Hey everyone, this is Sam, and welcome to my gaming channel where you'll be able to find tips and tutorials for RPGs and sports games alike. So today the game we'll be focusing on is NBA 2K21 Next Gen, and this is the PS5 version you're seeing. We're going to be talking about the best defense you can create in this game for any game mode, online, offline, my team, play now, franchise, it doesn't matter. I'll be showing you the tips and tricks you need to have a lockdown defense 24/7. So also, if you enjoyed the content from this channel, make sure to subscribe for weekly RPG tips and 2K tutorials. So when it comes to top-notch next-gen 2K defense, first step, make sure Ace Adaptive Coaching Engine is off, turn that off. And then you want to do these settings first, so the ones you see on the right, so on-ball pressure, off-ball pressure, tight. So do these general settings first, we could go into the specific later. But you got baseline, switch on-ball screen for center and guards. This is a switch everything defense, post defense, 3/4 bottom, and then everything else automatic, including screen help and drive help rules. Now, specifically, for any bigs or non-shooters you're facing on the other team, you can change the off-ball pressure to moderate, but outside of that, everything is going to stay the same. And to do this, you're going to need an all-switch roster. So for the purpose of this video, the roster I had used was at center, I had Chris Bosh, who can guard both guards and bigs. At power forward, I have Lamar Odom, who is a similar type of player. They can guard bigs and smalls. Tracy McGrady at small forward, same thing. And then at two guard, I have Matisse Thybulle, who is the lockdown defender of the team. And then at point guard, I have Nicholas Batum, who can guard bigs and small. So the goal, once everything is set up with the roster and the settings, this is the goal. So you can see they run a pick and roll, and I just switch it. The roll is taken out, the on ball is locked up, everything is shut down. Perfect. So the skills you need to execute that. So make sure you get under the screen, then switch to the hedge to pick up ball. So as you're guarding a pick and roll and you're the on-ball defender, you can see me here as the opposing team begins to run a pick and roll. I switch to Parsons. I go on ball. I see the pick and roll, so I go Parsons, go under the screen, then I switch to Bosh, the hedge defender, to pick up the ball handler. It is important to go under the screen first initially, then switch to the hedge defender to pick up ball, because you want to take away the roll or any kind of slips during the switch. So you can see I am guarding the ball there, I angle the on-ball defender under, and then I switch to the hedge defender to pick up the on-ball player. This is Rondo, so that I gave him a little bit of space to shoot, so I'm picking up the driving lane as I switch over, and then I pick up ball. Batum gets the screener there and he was able to poke the ball away, so that's perfect. So you can see time and time again, as I see the ball screen happen, I go under, then I switch to the hedge and pick up, and you can see the roll is taken out there. Any kind of slip or roll will be taken out by this tactic. So if you're not doing a good job with the under while you're switching a pick and roll, this will give up rolls. So you can see in this instance, I did a bad job. I'm the on-ball defender as Smith there, the pick and roll happens. I failed to get under the screen quickly enough, but I switched to the hedge. You can see now Smith is not in position. I am giving up the roll. Now it's a 2-on-1. And thank God the spacing was bad there, so I was able to pick up and shut it down. But that was an example of bad going under before switching to the hedge to pick up ball during a switch pick and roll defense. Now, if the handler rejects the screen, the switch won't take place. So this works excellently for you. So in order for a switch to take place, it needs contact on ball or for the defender to hit the screen. So you can see in this instance, as the offense attacks with a pick and roll, he rejects the screen, and there's no switch there because no contact was made on the on-ball defender with the screener or the hedge defender with the on-ball player. So you have to understand this element so that you can anticipate when a switch is supposed to happen and when it's not going to happen. This was an early slip, so there's no switch, so you can see I stay on ball. That is why it's good to begin as the on-ball defender as a pick and roll happens, and depending on if any contact is made by you during that screen, you don't have to switch. So here you can see this looks like a screen, but it's not, right? It's just roll slipped off, so there's no switch here. So McGrady stays on ball. I switch back to Bosh to pick up rows. And another interesting element is you can't force a switch to happen. So you have to remember your matchups, because the computer is going to stay with the matchups until the on-ball defender hits the screen. But you can actually also take advantage of this. So you can see in this instance, I know my Josh Smith is not supposed to be guarding Damian Lillard. He's supposed to be guarding Cousins, but I'm just doubling the ball. And you can see the original on-ball defender, which is Bosh in this case, because the matchups got crossed up. He won't switch off Damian, even if I'm doubling with Smith. So there, I know the automatic help rules is going to kick in. So if DeMarcus does go into the paint, someone's going to bump him. So now I can recover. So I did that early double there, and then I got the steal because I'm overplaying the ball and completely sagging off the center and creating a double because defenders won't switch off. So here's the all-switch defense in full action, working in unison and with all those fundamentals in mind. So you can see me execute it with the settings that I use and with the specific lineup. So I'm guarding the ball with Parsons. Drive happens, nothing. They swing the ball around to Carter. I'm guarding with Fibo. There's a screen, so I'm going to hit the screener, get under the screen, then switch to the hedge defender to pick up the ball. So I can pick up the roll or slip and pick up ball, force the offense to the crowded area. Bosch hit Carter there, so this is a switch because they make contact, right? So now I'm going to switch off, go back to Parsons and contest the shot, which was originally Bosch's man. I was able to contest Pierce there, get the rebound, and off to the races we go. So that's perfect. So this all-switch defense, another key element is it will also fuel your offense if you execute it correctly because it's going to create constant cross-match in transition. You can see in this instance, I'm about to get a stop with my all-switch defense. There is Parsons getting on the ball, good contester, and now we're off to the races. And because there was a switch, this is the same possession. You can see Parsons, who contested the shot, is now being guarded by the point guard, and Parsons got size advantage, so that I got the cross match and I scored. Similar thing also happened here. You can see the switch defense is about to get a stop. There's that screen and rolls, no switch step happened there, but as the ball is bounced around, loose ball situation, Bosch picked up Iverson, so this is a switch. And then as he misses, we're off to the races. So now Bosch is being guarded by one of the guards. This is a mismatch because Bosch is my center, so I can just take Rondo to town, go into the paint. That's defense fueling offense. Now, the key for this, to make it work, obviously, you're going to need solid on-ball defense. That's the key element. Because the goal you're doing here is you're shutting down any kind of off-ball screen or on-ball screen action with switches. And then you're betting on that your individual defense on ball is good enough to stop everything. So let me know if you want to see a next gen 2K on ball defense tips tutorial. I made a pretty good one for current gen, but if you guys want to see one on next gen, just leave it in the comment section and I'll make that for you guys right away. So overall, I was able to get a P5 and the next gen is happening. Obviously 2K22 is coming, so I'm just warming up my next gen skills to get ready to produce tutorials for you guys on there. But I do want to make these a few of these next gen 2K21 tutorials just to review with you guys because it is a brand new generation and the game is way better. It might look the same, but it doesn't play similar at all, and I guarantee you success if you try this defense out on next gen, so you can give it a go. But the AI is infinitely smarter on next gen, and if you want to use these settings, it takes about 40 seconds to set up, but as you get familiar with it, it will take about 30-25 seconds. So here is me just doing the settings one time for you. But the game is excellent. I suggest try it out if you have it, or if you have a PS5 or new Xbox and you haven't gotten the game. Just the AI is so much better. So as always, thanks for coming by, and I look forward to speaking to you guys again very soon.